Well, here we go into game number 2 from the Crossroads this week. Game number 3 tomorrow, of course, against New Hanover. But today it is Vikings versus Vikings from D.H. Conley High School. White Oak taking on D.H. Conley in some high school baseball. Hello, everyone. My name is Cole Martin. Alongside me is not Josh Rochester, but the legend himself, Bryson Dilday, who also goes by Bubba. Bubba, how are we doing today?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Bubba, I've got to say that was a beautiful bunt that you laid down the third base line in the JV game. So congrats.
Thank you.
That's a hit in my books, of course. It is on the
I will
stat
be.
sheet,
I will be.
and it did cause an RBI there as well. The runner came home. So congrats to you, Bubba, where y'all took that one 22-1. A big time win for the Vikings over the other Vikings. And correct me if I'm wrong here, but the JV team stays perfect.
It is
Congrats,
right now.
congrats. What a great season it has
Yeah.
been for both JV and varsity. Of course, varsity with only one loss on the season away at Cardinal Gibbons. They're 16-1 this year, 5-0 in Big Carolina Conference play, looking to make it 6-0 in conference play. We'll give you a quick look at the defense today. On the mound, Caleb LaCroix making his first start of the season. This will be his third appearance. He's got a 0 ERA through 3 1/3 innings pitched and 7 strikeouts. Out there in left field, Brody Brannon. No Ryan Edwards in today's lineup. Also, no Harrison Corey in today's lineup as Braden Friend will take his spot at second base. We do see Hayden Willoughby and Colton Newbern switch back to their original positions from the start of the season. Willoughby catching and then Colton Newbern at first base. Well, Justin Korhoff in the box to start things off in this one, left versus right matchup. And the first pitch will hit him, and so he will take first.
Not a good start.
D.H. Conley coming off a big time win against number 10 J.H. Rose just the other day on Tuesday by a score of 9-5, and 3 home runs in that game from the Vikings lineup. Ethan Stewart, Brody Brannon, and Colton Newbern. Saw some really good relief innings for Connor Berry in that one. He went 5 innings after Tucker Anderson went 2 to start the game. That one's going to roll all the way to the backstop, and Karkoff is going to move all the way up to second. I tell you what, Bubba, this team is a very, very fun team to watch. No
Yes.
matter what part of the game you watch, pitching wise, hitting wise,
Yeah.
fielding, they are talented in every aspect. Of course, they're the number one team in the state. They earned it. That one's cut on and missed for a strike.
I mean that the one loss they have. I mean the
That was a
team.
tough loss to earn, which
It,
they had already beat Cardinal Gibbons earlier,
yeah.
just
Cardinal
a week
Gibbons.
before.
They just were not. They Conley just wasn't playing their baseball, and I mean
We did see Hunter Layton get his first home run of the year, his only home run of the year in
first
that
one of his
game.
career too.
Thank you for pointing that out, Bubba. Thank you. He belted one over the right field wall.
It was destroyed.
That one's grounded to third. That's Landon Scott. It eats him up. That one's going to kick all the way into foul ground. Kharkov will move up to third. I thought maybe he had a chance at coming home, but Gavin Ramson will move all the way up to second base on the error. That's the second straight game that we've seen Landon Scott commit an error over there at third base.
Yeah.
Had a throwing error in the first inning on Tuesday versus Rose. So here's Isaac Baxter playing first base today. He's done the brunt work on the mound so far this year, but not throwing in this one. Has that 233 average at the plate. First pitch to him will catch the outside part of the plate for a strike. So Caleb LaCroix is already in some hot water here in the first inning. Still no outs, and he's got 2 runners in scoring position. That one's grounded to Scott at third. He'll take a look at the runner at third, and then he'll throw it all the way over to Newbern for the out.
Really good play right there. That was huge to get that one out. No run scored.
Now batting number 16, Brandon Watson.
So now the cleanup hitter, who's also pitching today, Brandon Watson, has a team best in terms of innings pitched of 5.36 ERA. He's thrown 15 and 2/3 of an inning, and of course, we'll look to up that count today on the mound. First pitch fouled off to the left side, out of play. Really good effort there from Lynn. Scott kind of scaled the fence there.
That was almost a really impressive catch.
White Oak in their green jerseys and gray pants. Conley and not my pick of choice when it comes to jerseys, but the yellow tops and the white pants. Shout out to Josh Rochester the other day. We were talking about our favorite uniform combos, and he says, I really, really like the yellows. And I was like, I don't know. I just don't like them. And
We,
so here they are. He spoke it into existence, I guess. So
I will
here they
say,
are wearing them tonight.
our gold jerseys are not the best of comfortable. They're really heavy on.
1-1. We'll find the zone for a strike. I really like the cream with the script across the front.
See,
The Vikings wore that in that neutral site game
I have
against
not.
Cedar Ridge at Guy Smith,
I have
but
yet to see the cream.
I like those. Also the pinstripes. Pinstripes are always really good. 1-2 is
I like
outside.
I like the ones, the Hollywood jerseys, but I guess
Oh
they're
yeah,
not called Hollywood anymore. They're just the Vikings.
I call them the baby blues,
Yeah.
baby blue uniforms. There's a
Yeah.
couple of MLB teams that have those, of course. The Cardinals, Phillies, Royals,
Yeah.
name a few.
Good
2-2 is
pitch.
waved at
That
for
ball
strike three. They'll apply the tag, and the out is recorded. Two away now. Still two runners on. Adam Burdick at the plate, playing third base today.
Now batting number 7, Adam Burdick.
This year, 34 plate appearances, but is yet to pick up a hit in those 34 plate appearances. First pitch to him is up and away for a ball. Kind of saw Kharkov cheating down the line a little bit over there at third. One of was waved at for a strike. Well, the first matchup we saw between the Vikings and the Vikings was a couple of weeks ago where DH Conley took the win over White Oak by a score of 19-0 via a mercy rule. When one is lifted back out of play. Also, the JV team mercy ruled in that game as well, and then a mercy rule win again here today. We'll see if the varsity team can keep that streak alive. One ball and two strikes. That one's lifted straight up in the air. That might go out of play, and it will land on top of the visitors' dugout. A hit by pitch, an error, ground out, and a strikeout is how the first batters have gone through here in the top half of the first. That one's waved on at and missed for strike three. So Caleb LeGroy gets out of the jam there. Strands two runners on base. We'll head to the bottom of the first at the Crossroads. Welcome back. Bottom half of the first. Give you a look at the
Leading
lineup
off for the
for the
Vikings,
Vikings.
number 2,
Rick
Rook
Niddle leading things
Niddle.
off, and then Brody Brannon, who stays at the top of the order after that three-run blast on Tuesday against J.H. Rose. Ethan Stewart, Colton Newbern, Landon Scott, Hayden Willoughby, Hunter Layton. Caleb LaCroix, of course, is pitching today, and he will not have a DH replacement for him in the lineup, so he'll bat eighth. And then Braden Friend playing second base in place of the sick Harrison Corey. He is out with an illness today. As already mentioned, Isaac Baxter on the mound today, 6.78 ERA. He's 0-5 through 10 appearances. That one's lifted straight out into center field. That one's going to go over the head of Wagner out there in center. Niddle is going to stop at second. Looked like he might have wanted to stretch it to three there. But a good piece of hitting. Seemed like Wagner was in a few steps. Ball went right over his head. So a leadoff double for Rick Niddle.
Really good piece of hitting.
Now batting for the Vikings, number 23, Brody Brannon.
What's the approach like going up there, especially left on left? I know that it can be
Left on
tough.
left?
I mean, you're a lefty yourself.
Yeah. What I do left on left usually. I haven't actually faced a lefty. I don't think. I'm trying to think.
Well, let's say in the scenario you do face a lefty.
I
What
would
what, what would your approach be in
I
a
would
left
hunt
on left?
fastball inside really, and then two strikes, just looking for that breaking ball outside.
I figured
Just smack it back that way.
the left on left matchup.
It's a lot
It's
harder.
tough, especially because lefties have
Yep.
typically do have really good breaking pitches.
Yeah.
They locate that one off the plate.
Yeah.
Looks so good out of the hand. You got to hold off. 1-1 is low, so 2 balls and a strike. Here's Brody Brannon. Big time blast on Tuesday. That one just cleared the fence and right center field, just to the right of the batter's eye. That one's ripped into left field, down the left field line. Rick Niddle's on his horse. He'll round third. He'll score with ease. And Brody Brannon is in with a stand-up double to score the RBI there for Niddle. So 2 batters and 2 hits for the Vikings to start this one.
Two really hard hit balls right there.
So now Ethan
Now
Stewart.
batting for the Vikings, number 9, Ethan Stewart.
He had that 2-run blast in the bottom of the first to tie the game against J.H. Rose. Just slipped over the fence. That one's on the ground to Kharkov at second. He will record the out.
I can't lie, that fielder did not play the best on that ball. He almost whiffed it. He took his glove up way too fast.
Now batting number 13, Colton Newbern.
Here's Colton Newbern, the ECU commit. Put a charge into a baseball on Tuesday. Sent the ball over the trees in left center field for a solo shot off of Josh Robertson. He was on the mound at that point in the game. Colton Newbern batting .380 this year. He will lift that one foul off to the right side. 1260 OPS for him, which actually does not lead the team. Ethan Stewart leads the team with a 1501. Just goes to show just how talented the hitters are in this Vikings lineup. 1-1's in the dirt. Good block by Dingwall behind the plate. We'll see if maybe Colton Newbern makes an appearance on the mound, assuming that Caleb LaCroix does not go the distance. We saw Colton Newbern throw against Newbern last week, and he was running the ball up to about 91, 92 miles an hour. And that one is crushed out into the left center field gap. That one's going to hit the grass and go all the way to the wall. And so Brody Brannon will score easily, and Colton Newbern is in with a double himself.
Now batting for the Vikings, number 15,
Another really good piece of
Landon
hitting right
Scott.
there.
It's just so tough to hang a pitch in the zone left on right, especially to a batter of that caliber. Of course, batting cleanup. There's only so much that Watson could do on the mound there.
Yeah.
First pitch to Landon Scott is waved at for a strike. Landon Scott batting .300 this year. kind of had a sacrifice ground out, if you will, the shortstop on Tuesday. That was going to drop in there for a strike. That was a really pretty breaking ball there from Watson. Runner on with one away, and that one's going to go behind him.
You just gotta let that hit you. 0-2. Stay in there and just let it hit you.
What pitch would he be looking for here?
He's going breaking ball every pitch. I'm looking fastball.
I'm not sure if that was a fastball. That one's in the dirt, and Colton Newbern will move up to third. Seems like
I think
his velocity is topping out at maybe 70 miles an hour. I'm not really sure which pitch is his fastball.
how fast was it? Did you say?
Close to 70. 2-2 is grounded straight back up the middle. It is grabbed by Kharkov. The throw is
Really
over
good
to
play.
first in time. The ball was just slow enough that Kharkov was able to get over to the ball. Really good job of ranging over to his right to record the out. The run does score, however.
Now batting number 24, Hayden Willoughby.
So here's Hayden Willoughby. His OPS has been fairly decent this year as a junior. 1046 is his. That one's going to be way upstairs. 362 so far this year. Did not record a hit on Tuesday versus J.H. Rose. Would love to get back in the hit column. 1-0 is lifted back up the middle for a base knock. Really good piece of hitting with 2 outs there by Hayden Willoughby. And we'll see the first pinch runner of the game as Jacob Stilley will run the bases for Hayden Willoughby. Stilley doesn't really get many plate appearances throughout the year, but he is known for his speed, absolutely. Of course, not just in baseball, but he plays football as well, plays slot receiver position. Lightning quick, 13 stolen bases so far this year. And there he goes off the first pitch. That one's lifted straight up in the air by Hunter Layton. Ramson is underneath it and records the out. Mike strike first here in the first inning. They'll put up 3. We'll head to the second.
Now batting for White Oak, number 15, Grant Dingwall.
6, 7, and 8 due up here in the top half of the second. Grant Dingwall, the catcher, will start things off in the inning. He'll wave at the first pitch and miss. He's batting 115 this year as a junior. Has one appearance on the mound. He actually has a 0 ERA through an inning pitched. Gave up 2 runs, but neither of them were earned. The one is waved at again. Dingwall with 3 hits through 34 plate appearances this year. One of those hits being a double. 0-2. That one's chopped into shallow right field, and that one's going to fall for a base hit. There's a pitch located at the bottom of the zone, and just kind of chopped at it, floated it over the head of friend over there at second base.
Now batting number 3, Walker Matlock.
So now another left on right matchup. Walker Matlock in the box, playing right field today. He's got a runner on base with no outs. Matlock does not have an RBI yet this year. We'll see if maybe he can get his first. Shows bunt, pulls back. Oh, they'll actually say that he went around there.
Yeah, he didn't pull back in time.
It's actually strike one
He's about to get
on the
picked
count
off.
to Matlock.
Yes, he
He'll
did
show
again.
bunt again. Does not pull back. So no balls and 2 strikes to him. Dingwall kind of cheating away over there at first. LaCroix will check on him. No 2 is waved at for strike 3. So strikeout number 3 of the ball game for Caleb LaCroix.
Now batting number 8, Joshua Kreiner.
So Josh Kreiner stepping into the box now, batting 8th today, playing left field. LaCroix will check on the runner again. He's batting 133 this year with a couple of base hits. One away with one on in the inning. 1-0 count to Kreiner. Well, we were talking about this pregame, Bubba,
Yep.
but just the crowd difference from Tuesday to Thursday. I mean, there's hardly
Man,
anyone
it's
here.
just
The energy is non-existent,
yeah,
which sometimes I do like ball games like this where
yeah.
there's not a whole lot going on.
I definitely like it. It's just a lot calmer. Just
Yeah.
get to play baseball. Don't have anybody chirping you during the game.
Not as much pressure, I guess you could
Yeah.
say. 2-1 will be outside. So 3 balls and a strike. I feel like in this scenario, even with, the 3-ball count, he needs to attack here big time. Bottom of the lineup, you need to
Oh
attack.
yeah.
3-1 will be inside for ball 4.
Again, a lot of traffic on the bases. You do not like that.
Now
We're
batting number
about in
5,
the
Blake
low to
Wagner.
mid 80s at the start of the game in terms of temperature, but it has cooled off a little bit since we started. That's what it feels like, at least. Wind is blowing straight out to right field, and the sun is absolutely beaming over the left field trees.
Yeah. Ready for that sun to be down behind the trees and
So 2 runners on. Blake Wagner in the box. He's already down 0-1 in this count. He'll show bunt again,
really good
and he
block by
did
him.
pull back in enough time. He'll show bunt again. Colton Newbern creeping into the grass over there at first base. 2 balls and a strike to Wagner. We'll show bunt again. That one's popped straight up in the air. Watch out. Almost bounced straight back to us back here, Bubba.
Yeah, I almost got hit.
Popped straight up in the air behind the netting,
Goodness.
straight behind home plate.
I smacked him in the head.
So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the offering. Got him looking. Located the fastball right down the middle for strike 3. Make it 4 strikeouts on the game now for Caleb LaCroix. And the lineup will turn back over
Now
to
batting
Justin
number 2,
Karkoff.
Justin Karkoff.
He's got 2 runners on base, but 2 away in the inning.
Oh, he's
First pitch to him is inside for a ball. Justin Karkoff has only played 4 games. At least that's the numbers on Max Preps from what I pulled. He's batting .375 this year as a freshman, but only 5 plate appearances. His first time up got hit on the very first pitch of the game. Got hit in the leg.
really
1-0 will find the zone for a strike. Next pitch is waved on and missed. Runner will go to third, and the tag is applied. He is safe at third. Very close play there at third base. Really good throw down by Hayden Willoughby. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Karkoff. 1-2 is chopped on the ground, foul down the first base line. Karkoff with 2 runners in scoring position with 2 away. He's got 2 RBIs so far this season. Looking to possibly make it a third, possibly even a fourth. Next pitch is inside. That's actually going to hit him. So that was actually not the worst case scenario. If that pitch had actually gotten away from Willoughby, that probably would have scored a run for White Oak.
Now batting number 1, Gavin Ramson.
So 2 hit by pitches for Justin Karkoff. Here's Gavin Ramson. He reached on an error in the first inning, and Scott couldn't quite collect the ball. Bases are loaded. That's a pretty big lead over there at first base for Karkoff. And time is called by the base umpire, Frank Barlow. I'm not sure what that was for. Bases loaded, 2 away in the inning. Next pitch is, I believe, for a strike. Throw down is not in time by Hayden Willoughby. Karkoff keeps leading off quite a bit over there. We'll see if his lead decreases just a little bit. And it will. No, now he's going to jump off the bag a little bit. 2-0 is low for a ball, and 3-0 count. There is nowhere to put Ramson. Three-zero is grounded foul That was a hot shot. Got to make a better play over there by the third base coach. So make it 3 balls and a strike. Caleb LaCroix looking to strand 3 here in the second. That one is just inside for ball 4, and so Caleb LaCroix will walk in a run. We'll see head coach Jason Mills come out to the mound and talk with Caleb LaCroix. Don't think we'll see a pitching change just yet, but still the bases are loaded with 2 away. He's got the 3-hole batter that's coming up to the plate, and Isaac Baxter. We'll see what the approach is here. What would you do here in this situation, Bubba?
As the batter or pitcher?
Probably as the pitcher here.
Pitcher? I mean, I would just keep trying to go low and away. I mean, but
Caleb LaCroix hasn't really located all that well here in
what's
this
the
inning
stats?
as well. For who? Baxter? Or for Caleb?
Oh, Baxter. I mean,
I wish I had the numbers for runners in scoring position, but unfortunately I do not.
I think
But
you
Baxter is
try
batting .233 this year. He has the only home run for this team.
if he's off the plate, I would
Now
definitely
batting
keep
number
throwing
20,
outside. But
Isaac Baxter.
if he's on the inside part, I would try for inside fastball. Maybe change it with a curveball or something.
First pitch to Baxter will find the zone for a strike. That's the best pitch in baseball, as they say, is strike number 1.
Yes.
Getting ahead 0-1 is crucial. 0-1 is cut on and missed for strike 2, and Caleb LaCroix has a chance to strand 3. Here's the 0-2. That one's
Really good
just
pitch.
off the plate outside. Looked like probably a changeup, honestly. That was at 75 miles an hour. One ball and 2 strikes to Isaac Baxter. That one's foul tipped. Just got a piece of that one. Bases are loaded here in the second inning for the White Oak Vikings. They're 1-15 this year, 0-5 in conference play. Their only win of the season against South Lenore by a score of 4-3. Here's another 1-2. That one's lifted straight up in the air, and that one's going to go out of play off to the right.
Be really huge to get out of this with only one run.
I agree. Only allowing 1 run in this inning would be big. Straining 3. Here's another 1-2. That one's going to be low and inside for ball 2. Two. That one's fouled straight back again. Baxter is battling very well here in this at bat. White Oak just batting 139 as a team this year, 44 hits and 44 runs. 25 of those were earned, driven in for a run. And that one's off the plate. The count will run full. As I already mentioned, only 1 home run as a team. That one came off the bat of Isaac Baxter. He's got a chance to do some damage here. Full count, and the bases are loaded. Runners will go. That one's chopped foul.
Really good AB.
Baxter has to stay focused, can't get distracted here. You'll see the runner at first in motion. Not much movement from the runner at third, however, probably. Here's another payoff. That one's in the dirt, and so Caleb LaCroix will give up back-to-back walks and give up another run. We'll see head coach Jason Mills come back out to the mound, and I believe they will be making a change. So Caleb LaCroix's day is done after 1 2/3. We'll give you his final line in just a moment. He'll tell you about the new pitcher after this right here on DHC Game Day.
Ryan Edwards.
So a pitching change has been made here in the second
Batting
inning.
for
Caleb
White
LaCroix's
Oak,
day
number
is done.
16,
1 2/3.
Brandon
One
Watson.
hit given up. Has given up 2 runs so far, but all 3 runners on base will go on his line, assuming they score. He is responsible for all of them. 3 walks and 4 strikeouts for him. And now Ryan Edwards will replace him. He's already up 0-1 on the cleanup hitter, Brandon Watson. Two runs already have come across the score here in the top half of the second inning. 2 away, and the bases are loaded. 1-1 is just outside. Ryan Edwards running that fastball up around 88 miles an hour. These White Oak batters will see about a 10-mile-an-hour increase in fastballs between LaCroix and Edwards. That one's chopped on the ground to third. Landon Scott will corral it and step on the base at third. So Ryan Edwards will strand all 3 runners on base, but White Oak strikes twice and cuts the lead down to 1. Vikings lead 3-2 over White Oak. Welcome back, home half of the second inning. Caleb LaCroix will remain the batter in the 8 spot, even though Ryan Edwards took his place on the mound. First pitch to him will just drop in there for a strike. 8, 9, and 1 due up here in the bottom of the second for Conley. That one's waved at. Seemed like a fastball up high there for a strike. 0-2 is grounded to second to Karkov. He's up with it. He'll make the throw over just in time to Baxter and records the out. Sun is just
Now batting
about
for the
to
Vikings, number
go
21,
down behind the
Braden
trees
Friend.
over there, way behind left field. So one away here in the home half of the second. Here's Braden Friend batting ninth today. First pitch to him is up high for a ball. This year only 5 plate appearances, but made a few of them count. 2 hits for him. That one's in the dirt. He's batting .500 so far this year. Has 4 RBIs. So he's already up 2 balls and no strikes in this count. And he'll foul that one straight back into the netting. Hitter's count to Braden Friend. That one's up high. 3 balls and a strike. Three one is upstairs. So a 1-out walk for Braden Friend.
Really good eye right there.
Lineup will
Batting
turn
for the
over here
Vikings,
in the second
number
inning
2,
for the
Rook
Vikes.
Little.
Here's Rook Niddle. Had a really good piece of hitting to hit the right center field gap over the center fielder's shoulder. Had that leadoff double in the first. He's got a runner on first with 1 away. First pitch to him will just find the plate for a strike. DH Conley, as we already mentioned, 16-1 so far this year. They have been on fire as of late. This whole season, really. That one's lifted out in the right center field again. That time Wagner was shaded that way and records the out. This has been an incredible season, as we all know that DH Conley has an incredible team year after year. Something feels special about this team
Now
this
batting number
year.
I mean,
23,
I think
Brody Brennan.
I just think we could do it. If we win this year, I think we could go back to back.
You think so?
I think
Well,
so.
this team is definitely young enough to have it happen.
Yeah.
The only question to me would be what will the pitching be like next year?
I
Probably
mean,
have Ryder Anderson get pulled up. I mean,
yeah.
he topped out at 88 miles an hour against J.H. Rose on Tuesday.
Yeah.
But
I
you
think
lose Tucker Anderson and you lose Connor Berry, so you need
yeah,
replacements for them.
but I mean, you get Harrison Corey back fully healthy, and then because he's still battling.
Runner will go. Throw is behind, and Braden Friend will swipe second.
He's still battling from Tommy John. I think
Right.
that's what he had, and then Brody. I think
Brody will be back next year, yes.
he'll be back. And
He
then
threw his
he's
first bullpen a couple of
yeah,
weeks ago, I believe.
he's still battling Tommy John too.
And
Then you
Harrison
got
Corey came back last week. He threw an inning, and he started the game against Jacksonville. Didn't want to overdo it,
yeah,
but had a solid first inning back of work off injury. Ball is in the dirt, kicks away from the catcher Dingwall, and Braden Fran will move all the way down to third.
yeah. I think we just got some pitching like JV. I mean, dude, our JV team for pitching wise, it's crazy how much better it is than all other JV teams.
That one's chopped on the ground foul. It'll be 2 balls and 2 strikes. And
And it just shows
with
how,
all the whole team is sophomores. Correct me
yeah,
if I'm wrong. So we'll see pretty much everyone get moved up to
and,
varsity
and it
after
shows,
this year.
and it shows how like good DH County baseball here is. I mean, Because any
2-2 is up high, full count. Actually, that was ball
oh
4. I think the scoreboard was wrong. I got distracted in our conversation
yeah,
there, Bubba. So a walk for Brody Brandon. Here is Ethan Stewart.
I mean,
Now batting number
because
9,
any other high
Ethan
school,
Stewart.
any high school, most of the players on JV would be on varsity.
Well, it really felt like last year was going to be the year. Of course, you had pretty much the same team. That was going to kick away from the catcher Dingwall pretty far ways. Brandon will move up to second. But you had this exact team from last year pretty much.
Yeah,
And then
you
you
had
had guys
Birdie.
like Nolan Winfield, who was batting over 500. And he's up at UNC Greensboro right now. Haven't really seen his stats as of late.
I haven't,
Now it's going to
I
drop in there
haven't
for a
looked.
strike. But that team was special last year, and it seemed like
Yeah,
last year was going to be the year. But then, of course, the loss to Corinth holders in the regional semifinal, and that was
really,
going to
I
go
mean they
all
were
the way
really.
to the wall in the backstop. And Braden Friend will come home and score. Brady Brandon will move up to third, so make it 4-2 in favor of the Vikings. Or I guess the Conley Vikings at that, not the
Yeah,
White Oak Vikings.
I mean yeah, I just think I mean last year was really special, but you had Birdie and then you added Hayden. I mean, just I
2-1
really
is
think.
outside. Here comes Brandon. That's going to be a close play at the plate.
Oh,
The throw is off the mark, however, and Brody Brandon will come home to score. Score is now 5-2. DH Conley on top.
really huge to get those runs back.
The sun has officially gone behind the trees,
Finally.
and I can finally take off my sunglasses here at the Hollywood Crossroads. 3 balls and a strike to Ethan Stewart. That one's grounded over to Karkoff at second. He'll make the throw over to Baxter at first in time. So back-to-back groundouts for Ethan
Oh,
Stewart, second. But the Vikes strike a few more times in the bottom of the second. We'll head to the third. Conley up 5-2.
whoa.
5, 6, and 7 due up in the third inning for White Oak.
Now batting for White Oak,
Ryan
number
Edwards
7,
still out there
Adam
on the
Reddick.
mound. We'll see how many innings he eats up. Of course, Caleb Case is still available if needed, but might be holding him off until tomorrow against New Hanover. So that
Is it
one's a
still
big
Edwards?
game. Last non-conference game of the season for the Vikings.
White Oaks are comments.
No, I'm talking about New Hanover for tomorrow. 0-1 is off the plate. So Adam Burdick at the plate. His first time up, struck out swinging to end the first inning. 1-1 is waved at for a strike, 86 miles an hour from Brian Edwards. 1-2. That one's inside, up and in. That pitch seemed to wobble just a little bit, I will say. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And that one will find the zone for strike 3. Got him looking. That fastball was located perfectly at a very good velocity.
Did you see how
Now
fast
batting
it was?
number 15,
87.
Grant
87.
Dingwall.
That's just so hard to hit. 87 dotted on the corner.
Just on the corner of the plate. And it's already up 0-1 in the next at bat to Grant Dingwall, the catcher. Next one is waved at, and that one's at 88 miles an hour. How about that? He's already up 0-2.
Really, Hughes should just get up in the count. That's all you gotta do.
Quick 0-2. Here's the offering. That's waved at for strike 3. 85 on the gun to set Dingwall down on strikes. Back-to-back Ks for Ryan Edwards here in the
Batting for
third
White
inning.
number 3, Walker Matlock.
Here's Walker Matlock, his first time up, struck out swinging. That was when Caleb LaCroix was still in the game. 2 away, and the breaking ball is grounded back to Edwards. He'll make the throw over, fires it
Really
over to
good play.
Newbern
Really
at
good
first.
play.
That one was a quick throw over to first. About a 1-2-3 inning for Ryan Edwards in the top of the third. We'll head to the bottom of the inning.
To Newbern.
4, 5, and 6 due up for the Vikings in the home half of the third inning. Do want to give a very quick shout out while we're at it. How about Deputy Monette chatting, commenting on the live stream? Shout out to you. He's watching from home. We always appreciate our SROs over here at DH County. They do such a great job. And they put in the extra work at all of the athletic events. That one skied straight up in the air. Newbern lifted that one straight out into center field. Wagner is over to his left and records the out. So here's Landon Scott, grounded out to second
Now batting
base
number 15,
back in the first inning,
Landon
but
Scott.
scored the runner home. It was an efficient out. First pitch will drop in there for a strike. Seemed a little off the plate from our angle. but a strike nonetheless, says John Conway behind the plate. One away in the inning. 0-1 is low for a ball. One one will find the zone for the second strike. One two is fouled back off to the left side and out of play. So Landon Scott will battle here in this at bat.
It's pretty crazy. I don't know if you noticed, but how fast the combat, the bat company has like what is it called?
Is that the
They've
bat that he is using
exploded.
right here?
Yeah, everybody.
1-2 is fouled off again.
I mean, everybody except Hayden really has a combat.
Now I do watch the Baseball Bat Bros. I don't know if you watch them.
Yes, I do
So
a little
I
bit.
do know all the bats that are
Yeah,
being used nowadays. I see your Cat X over here.
yeah.
Of course, I do know the Combat. That's
It's
one of the
definitely,
favorites.
it's definitely yeah, it's definitely one of the favorites now.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong here, but is the Icon legal here in high school baseball?
Icon.
The Rawlings Icon, yes. You may not know.
I
And that
think,
one's waved and missed that for strike three.
I think there's there might be like a drop three version of it,
Now
Hmm.
batting,
but
number 24,
I could
Hayden
be wrong on that
Willoughby.
too. I can't
I
lie.
understand the bats. I just don't know what's legal and what
Yeah,
is illegal
yeah.
in high school baseball.
I haven't. I really don't see any like those old bats anymore. It's really just combat. It's like really. I mean, it's crazy how they've
Have you
just taken over.
have you seen the latest reviews from the Baseball Bat Bros on the Soldier Tank 3? Have you seen those
No,
videos?
but
It is unreal, and it is not officially released.
yeah,
But if that thing gets released, it's on track to be a USSSA bat.
yeah.
I mean, that is ridiculous. We were seeing the exit velocity numbers in that one video up to close to 130 miles an hour. Me and Josh were talking about that on Tuesday, just with the power that you see high schoolers have
Yeah.
nowadays. If a high schooler gets their hands on a bat like that, I mean, I can't even imagine
It's a
how
good.
far how far the ball can travel.
It is a really good thing that they don't allow that bad, because it would be bad.
Four pitch walk for Hayden Willoughby, and yes,
Now
I
batting,
definitely
number
agree.
5, Hunter Layton.
We'd see home runs out the yin yang,
Courtesy runner for the
probably
Vikings, number 1, Jacob
scorched balls into the
Shoot,
Steele.
gap as well.
Ethan Stewart and Colton Newburn just usually
I can't even
they've
imagine
killed the ball,
what
like
the
even
numbers would look
without.
like with
Yeah,
them if they had a bat like that.
it would just it would definitely not be safe.
First
He's
pitch to
got
Layton is grounded softly to short to Ramson. Throw is
really good
in the
play by
dirt,
he is
and Hunter Layton will beat the throw out.
really good try,
Really
really
good
good
hustle
play.
effort there from Hunter Layton. It was grounded just soft enough to give him a chance to reach first safely, and he does just that. We also saw a pinch runner come in for Hayden
Now
Willoughby.
batting, number 8,
So that
Caleb
is Jacob
LaCroix.
Stilley. He went on that pitch actually and came into second with ease. That one's going to be spiked in the dirt. That's going to go all the way to the backstop, and the runners will move up to second and third. Caleb LaCroix at the plate, his first time up, grounded out to second base to start the second inning. 5-2 is the score. We've seen a couple of wonky plays from both teams to allow the runs, I'd say. Next pitch is up high. In the second inning, the Vikings put up 2 runs, but no hits. Where it was White Oak putting up 2 runs in that inning as well, and they only had one hit in that inning.
And that just shows that walks will kill you. If you walk people,
Next pitch
it's
is
not.
waved that for a strike. That's something we were talking about. Me and Josh were talking about on Tuesday as J.H. Rose gave up 7 walks. That's 7
I
free
mean,
passes to the number 1 team in the state. You just can't have that. 2-2 is
really
fouled
good
off to the
battle.
left.
I don't know. Do you know how many of those like came around and scored? Have
I
you?
do not know that number.
Yeah, I didn't think you would, but But, I mean, shoot, 7 walks at least some had to come in.
2-2 is chopped, and that one's going to hit the plate even though it rolled in play. So a
I think it
foul
might.
ball, and we'll do it again.
I think it might hit his foot.
Is that what
I
hit?
think so,
Okay.
because he was kind of hopping around.
It almost seemed like it hit the plate or something. Next 2-2 is outside and low. The count will run full.
Really good eye. Really good eye.
Payoff is lifted back and out of play. Foul.
Really good AB.
Just want to stay alive. Left on left matchup. We've said it multiple times in this game. It is so tough to hit left
Oh
on
yeah.
left.
Doesn't matter who's the pitcher. Just that.
Here's the next payoff. That one's fouled straight back into the backstop. It seems like he's locating the, the pitches that hit the zone are at the very top of the zone.
Oh yeah.
Everything else is pretty much low for the most part. Where do you think he'll go here, Bubba?
I'm thinking he's gonna try to go curveball.
That one's back up the middle. Oh, what a snag! Oh my goodness, Gavin Ramson, what a catch! Out there at shortstop, seemed like a sure base hit from Caleb LaCroix, but the diving Superman effort ends the inning, and White Oak strands two.
Oh my
Bikes up,
God.
5-2. We'll head to the fourth. Well, what a catch by Gavin Ramson to end the third inning. I mean, just a superhero, Superman effort to get to that ball and to save probably 2 runs in the bottom half of the third. But the score remained the same at 5-2 in favor of Conley. Ryan Edwards back to work on the mound. We saw him go 1-2-3 in the third. Strikeout looking, strikeout swinging, and then a ground out back to him was how the third inning went. 8-9-1 due up here for White Oak in the fourth. That one's well inside, nearly hit the batter. That one at 86 miles an hour. I'm sure his life flashed before his eyes.
And I mean, 7-1 Conley or
I believe. 2-1 is waved at for a strike. Seems like we have a little softball update over there as DH Conley is up 7-1 over White Oak, but
are we
that
sure we're up?
one, I believe so. That one's waved at for strike three, but that 1 run in the softball game was just a solo blast for White Oak, I believe. Over there at soccer, the first half. Actually, that might actually be the second half, I believe. Yes. DH Conley up 5-0 over White Oak right now. Less than 4 minutes to play in that one. Quick out number one for Ryan Edwards. He's already up 0-1 on Blake Wagner, who is 0 for 1 today, struck out looking in the second inning. And it is 0-2. O2 is in the zone, but grounded. That was a weird hop over there to Rook Niddle, but is in time for the out.
I don't think he did.
So a 6-3 ground out for Blake Wagner. He has still not recorded a hit this season.
Now batting for White Oak,
And
number 2.
I could tell that
Carco.
the few White Oak families over off to our right were cheering him on, hoping that he would get that first base knock. No dice this time. That one's lifted straight up in the air. That one is going to stay in play. Willoughby's underneath it and does not quite make the catch. The ball seemed to wobble a little bit in the air, and Willoughby could not quite make the catch. He did not throw his mask off to the
Yeah,
side.
that's
I
what
would
I
have
was
dropped
trying
my
to figure out.
If I was him, I would have dropped the
I was
mask.
trying to figure that out too. I'm really surprised he didn't drop his mask. You're always supposed to drop your mask on one of those.
So 0-1 is the count with one away. That was waved at. Breaking ball off the plate at 80 miles an hour. Quick 0-2 for Ryan Edwards. Well, it sounds like maybe the softball game was the game to call here tonight. A lot of excitement over there. Rung him up on strikes. Strike 3 looking for out number 3 in the inning, and back-to-back 1-2-3 innings for Ryan Edwards. What a relief outing he has in this one versus White Oak. Who head to the bottom of the fourth. Vikes still up 5-2. Welcome back. 9-1 and 2 due up here in the home half of the fourth for the Vikings. Cole Martin and Bryson, also known as Bubba Dilday, alongside me here on this
Now batting for the
beautiful
Vikings,
evening from
number
the
21.
Crossroads.
Oh yeah.
Braden Friend.
I don't want to jinx it, so I'm not going to talk about the weather. But we have had some great weather
It is supposed to
this
get
season.
back down to 70s, I think. But like
It was
70.
cold last week, but we have not had a game where there's been a lot of rain or anything like that. Again, I don't want to jinx it. However, there's no wood to knock on over here.
Good
That one's
swing.
lifted straight back up the middle. That one's going to fall for a base hit for Braden Friend. That's his third base knock of the season. That's his 7th plate
Now
appearance.
batting number 2, Rook Niddle.
Really good swing right there.
And that's important right there. You get a leadoff base runner, and the lineup has now turned over for Rook Niddle. That's big time. We saw head coach Jason Mills huddling up his team before the start of this bottom half of the inning, just trying to rally them together. it seemed like coming into this game, the game probably
Harry
wasn't going to
Small.
be that close. I didn't want
Yeah.
to be the one to say it, but
Yeah. I think
the effort,
everybody was thinking that.
yes,
But
the offensive production hasn't quite been where you want it to be. The first inning was really good, in my opinion. That one's lifted straight up in the air, just straight away center field. And Rick Niddle will fly out. He'll be 1 for 3 so far as his line today.
Now
Back-to-back
batting number
flyouts to center
23,
field for him.
Brody Brennan.
Here's Brody Brandon. He's 1 for 1 today. Had a double in the first inning, which
look at
ended
the
up
under.
which ended up scoring Rick Niddle after he doubled in the first as well. One away with a runner on base. That one will
Really good
not
eye.
quite find the zone. It'll be ball one.
Really good eye.
There goes the runner. And no throw down as the ball was dropped by Dingwall behind the
It's
plate.
called a balk, I think.
What's that?
They called it a balk
They called it a balk. Okay,
because
well,
the blue in the field. Yeah, 1-0.
the runner had already
Yeah.
gone, so it was a stolen base, I believe. Either way, a runner's in scoring position with one away. 2-0 is ripped down the left field line, but foul.
Yeah, it's 1-1, I think. Yeah.
Of course, as we already mentioned, Brody Brandon is typically a pitcher as well. Transferred in from South Central this year, but is in the middle of Tommy John rehab through his first bullpen a couple weeks ago, which was very encouraging to see. He waves at that one. Bit of a changeup there, or maybe a breaking ball, not sure what it was, 62 miles
It
an
was a
hour.
breaking ball.
Runner on second, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Brody Brandon has 13 RBIs this year. Love to add to that count. And he crushes it into left field. That one's going to go over the head of Kreiner out in left. Braden Friend will come home to score. And Brody Brandon's second RBI double of the evening.
Really good piece of hitting. Great two-strike hitting right there.
I definitely
Now
agree.
batting number
Really good
9,
two-strike hitting.
Ethan
And
Stewart.
if he had just gotten a grain lower on the ball, I feel like that definitely would have carried. And that one was absolutely rocketed.
I mean, I think if it's a 0-0, 1-0 count, he probably swings a lot harder.
Ethan
But
Stewart at the plate. He waves at that one.
with
He
it being
is,
an 0-2 count, you're just kind of poking it out there, hoping
yeah,
just a battle.
he is 0 for 2 so far today. Would love to get in on the party hitting wise. 6 runs off of 7 hits so far in this game for DH Conley. Looking to add a few more. Run has already come across the score in this inning.
I don't think the
One ball
guy's
and 2 strikes. What's
I
that?
don't think pitcher's coming set.
We'll watch here. I mean, he is pitching from the stretch. That one's going to go all the way to the backstop. Brandon will round third, but will stay. Dingwall, the catcher, could not quite locate the ball. It was spiked in the dirt, went over him all the way to the backstop.
They had nobody covering home for a second.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Ethan Stewart. He's got a runner on third now. He will lift that one into left center field gap. That's starting to carry. But the catch is made by Kreiner. And here comes Brandon. And he will tag up and score. So make it 7-2 in favor of Conley.
Now batting number 13, Colton Newburn.
So 2 away. 2 have already come across to score. The bases are empty for Colton Newburn, the cleanup hitter. Colton Newburn 1 for 2 so far today. RBI double in the first and then a flyout. That one's going to go way outside of the zone. That one's floated way up. That's going to come all the way back here to us.
If I catch it. I could see a Colton Newburn bomb right here.
We'll see if you call it here. Oh my goodness. Bubba, you almost called it. You said you were feeling a Colton Newburn home run right here. He crushed that pitch foul.
That would have been funny.
I would love for you to speak that into fruition, Bubba. That would be great. 1 ball and 1 strike to Colton Newburn. Oh, and grounds it foul. I think he is looking for the home run right
He's
here,
definitely.
Bubba.
Now he's
That looks like a home run
just.
swing.
That was definitely a home run swing, and now he's just stay.
So the count moves to 1 ball and 2 strikes. We'll see if Watson can get out of the inning here. One, two. That one's lifted out into right field. That one's starting to carry, kind of. And that one's gone.
Well,
There you go, Bubba. You called it. A solo shot off the bat of Colton Newburn. Back-to-back games with a home run, and that is his 5th home run of the season to make it 8-2 Conley.
was not expecting him to go backside with it, but bomb's a bomb, and
Great job of going backside,
Now
though.
batting for the Bucks,
yeah.
And
number 15,
that one really started to
Brandon
carry. It
Scott.
seemed like it was going to be just a fly out, maybe have gone all the way to the track. But
Great.
as I already noted earlier in this game, the wind is blowing straight out to right field, and so I wonder if maybe the wind kind of helped the ball get just a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Matlock just seemed to keep on tracking all the way back to the wall, and eventually it carried out for the home
Great,
run.
great two-strike hitting again.
We've seen a couple of really good two-strike
Oh
hitting
yeah.
at-bats in this inning.
Yeah, I mean,
That one's lifted straight up in to straightaway center. Wagner will come in a few steps, then go back a few steps, and just barely records the out. But the Vikings strike for a few more in the bottom of
I don't know if that.
the 4th. I don't believe the score is right on the scoreboard, but it is 8-2 for us here from the Crossroads. We'll head to the 5th.
That's pretty crazy. That call.
8-2 is the score as we head into the 5th inning. Conley on top over White Oak. Cole Martin and Bubba Dilday with you here this evening from the Crossroads. The music is still playing even though Ryan Edwards is pitching. That one's grounded. First pitch of the inning is grounded to Landon Scott at third, and he'll make the throw over to Colton Newburn for the first out of the inning. So a 5-3 ground out, very quick to start the inning. Here's Isaac Baxter, 0 for 1 today. Grounded out in the first, and then a walk in the second. That one's lifted straight up in the air into center field. That one's starting to carry. Layton is tracking back and makes the grab.
Two
Was turning
pitches,
his
2
hips.
outs.
Was turning
Yeah.
his hips a few times there. Didn't get the best read on the ball, but did eventually make the catch. And not sure
Definitely.
why music is still playing behind us. Bohemian
Now batting
Rhapsody.
number 16,
Although I do love
Brandon
Bohemian
Watson.
Rhapsody, Bubba. I don't know if you're a Queen fan. So 2 pitches, 2 outs for Ryan Edwards. That one's grounded to shortstop the middle. Oh my goodness. 3 pitches and 3 outs for Ryan Edwards in the top half of the 5th. Talk about efficiency. His third straight
Wow.
1-2-3 inning.
Wow.
Score remains the same, and we will head to the home half of the 5th. Well, a very quick 1-2-3 inning. That's the third straight 1-2-3 inning for Ryan Edwards on the mound. Very solid relief effort of Caleb LaCroix. 6, 7, and 8 is due up for the Vikings here in the home half of the 5th.
Come on.
Hayden will be in the box so far today. He is 1 for 1. A base knock in the first, and then a walk in the third.
Still playing back there.
The music is still playing behind us, yes. The scoreboard is still not right, but as far as we know, it is 8-2 in favor of Conley. Next pitch is in the dirt.
This guy, he's tired and he's looking tired.
We'll see how much longer Brandon Watson goes out there on the mound. He's in his 5th inning of work. Has given up 8 hits and 8 runs up to this point. That one's going to find the zone. Considering just how devastating this Conley offensive lineup can be, he's done fairly well to keep them in check. That one's ripped into left field. Oh, but a snag made by Burdick over there at third. That's the second really solid defensive play that we have seen from White Oak. Of course, that diving grab by Ramson to end the 3rd inning, and
Now
then
batting number
a
5,
really good
Hunter
snag there
Layton.
by Burdick over there at third base. So an L5 and an L6 already in this game for the Vikings. And here is Caleb LaCroix.
That's Hunter Layton.
Sorry, Hunter Layton. I mixed up the lineup there. That's on me, Bubba. That
Good
one
hit,
is
Hunter.
lined out into right field, and that one's going to go all the way to the wall. Layton's on his horse. He might have a chance at 3 here. He's rounding second. He's on his way to third. The throw is not going to be made. He slides into third, even though he was going to be in there safe standing up. How about a one-out triple for Hunter Layton, and
That
that is
dude,
his first triple of the year.
that dude can roll. Dude was moving.
It's a good thing you had me in check there, Bubba. It's a good thing you're here. Keep me in check, as I would have thought that was Caleb LaCroix on his way to third, but instead that is Hunter Layton sitting over there at third base. We'll see a mound visit. We'll see if they pull Watson.
I mean, that dude, he has tired.
We'll see if they were to put someone in, it would probably be Isaac Baxter. Isaac Baxter has thrown 32 innings so far this year, which leads the team. We'll see what decision is made. Vikings are up 8-2, 3 runs in the first, 2 runs in the second, nothing in the third, but then 3 runs in the fourth. And they already have a runner in prime scoring position here with 1 away in the fifth. I really would have saved Freebird for in between innings so that we could get the guitar section of the song, but you know,
Yeah,
I'm fine with them playing Freebird nonetheless out here.
yeah.
Are
Now
you
batting
are
for the
you a fan of
Vikings,
that
number
song?
8, Caleb LaCroix.
What?
Do you like that song, Annie?
Oh yeah.
It's a really good song, in my opinion. First
Really
pitch
good
to
hit.
Caleb LaCroix is lined down the first base line and into the
Oh,
outfield. That one's going to go all the way to the wall. A fielding error by Matlock, and LaCroix is on his horse. He's on his way third. He's being waved home. No, no, no. Now he'll stop. Stop sign got thrown up by Jason Mills. He was waving him around third and then was like, no, no, no. We'll hold you.
Yeah.
So an RBI
No
base
need to
knock
get
for
your
Caleb
second
LaCroix.
out there. Again. I mean,
Now
look.
batting for the Vikings, number 21, Braden Friend.
Well, it didn't even matter if I had made that mistake, as Caleb LaCroix
Hits a,
also
hits a
hits a
triple.
triple.
I mean, really.
That is also his
They
first of the
both can
year.
fly. And,
Back-to-back
and
triples. That one's
that's,
lined out into left field. An RBI base knock for Braden Friend. That's his second hit of the ball game, and he is 2 for 2 in this one.
what did I say? 4-run inning. To Mercy.
2 more runs would cap off a 10-run Mercy Rule win for the Vikings in this one. And we'll see another meeting, as that probably means a pitching change will be made. And the ball might be handed over to Isaac Baxter, I believe. They're talking for a minute here. I don't know what's going
Well,
on.
they gotta go now because he already done a second mound visit. Yeah. This guy smiling does not look like he's pitched a lot.
We
He's
will see a
smiling.
pitching change, as I
He's
believe that is
smiling
the
a lot.
second baseman, Karkuff. He does not have an outing yet this year. He is a freshman. So Brandon Watson's day is done on the mound. We'll take a short break here on DHC Game Day. Vikes up 10-2. We'll see if they can get a few more here in the bottom of the fifth. Well, a pitching change has been made. Brandon Watson's day is done. 4 1/3 innings for him. 9 hits given up. 10 runs so far up to this point, but he is
Now batting for the
responsible
Vikings,
for the
number
runner at
2,
first,
Rook Middle.
assuming he comes around to score, but 2 walks and a strikeout. He is replaced by the freshman Justin Karkoff, who has not had an outing yet this year. First pitch to Rook Niddle is up and in at 74.
What? I mean, that looked pretty hard for a freshman. Freshman, that is a really good fastball. I mean, really.
Runner on first, that's Braden Friend, had an RBI base knock just moments ago. And it is a 2-ball count to Rook Niddle. 10-2 is the score here in the fifth. 2 more runs would mean a 10-run mercy rule for the Vikings. And that one's way up and in. Nearly hit Rook Niddle.
Chin
3
music.
balls and no strikes now.
That's some chin music.
Chin music, I love that. That's one of my favorite terminologies in baseball, honestly. We'll see if he gets the green light here. That one's inside, but will find the zone for a strike.
Like, like I always say, if you're a car on that plate and it don't hit you, it's probably gonna be a strike. 'Cause, I mean, he's crowding that plate.
3-1 is up high. And a 1-out walk. 2 runners on now for Brody Brennan.
Let's finish this. Let's go.
Brody Brandon, 2 for 2 so far today.
Now batting number 23, Brody Brennan.
He's got a pair of RBI doubles so far in this one, also a walk. He could end this game with 1 swing of the bat. That one's up and away. Both runners will move up 90 feet.
Well, base hit wins it.
Base hit does win it. We'll see if Kharkiv will even give him a pitch to hit in this situation. I'm sure Ethan Stewart will love a chance to get back up to the dish. That one's waved at for a strike. Ethan Stewart is 0 for 2 so far today. Would love to get into the hit column himself. One is up high. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Oh,
Another gorgeous night from the Crossroads. Just another conference game for the Vikings. 2-1 is left up high for a ball. They take on New Hanover tomorrow here at DH Conley. That's a big time non-conference matchup. Last one of the year for Conley. 3-1 is floated out into left field. Runner will come home. That's Braden Friend, and Rick Niddle is being sent home, and he will score, and that will cap off a 10-run Mercy Rule win for the Vikes. 2 conference games this week and 2 wins for Conley. They remain perfect in conference play at 6-0. Do not go anywhere. Stay right here. Stay right where you're at. We will do a live box score read, post-game analysis, all that stuff right here on DHC Game Day.
We look forward to seeing you at our
Oh,
All right, guys, 12-2 is the final score from this one from the Crossroads. A Mercy Rule dub for the Vikings over the Vikings. Bubba, your final thoughts?
I mean, they just had really good two-strike approaches, and then you had the big hits in there, and then didn't start off too well. It was looking like it was going to be a really close game, and then they finally turned back on and got away from it.
Absolutely. Yes, there were multiple at-bats towards the later stages of the game where we saw some really, really good two-strike hitting, as you mentioned, and that was big time for the Vikings. 12-2 is the final score. 12-1 is the final hit tally in favor of Conley. One error for Conley, none for White Oak. Three left on base for Conley, which is big, where we typically see the numbers between 8 and 10-ish left on base for Conley. They're typically leaving too many on base. Only left three tonight. Five left on base for White Oak. So that was big time. Player of the game to me in my books is Brody Brandon. Went 3 for 3 tonight.
I think my play of the game is Ryan Edwards.
Ryan Edwards.
Ryan
Look,
Edwards,
you
he
cannot go
came
wrong
in.
with either. Really.
He goes. I think he came in with bases loaded,
Yes, he did.
2 outs, really big to only give up 1 run, and
Actually, he did not give up a
and-
run in that scenario, I
well,
believe.
yeah.
But incredible stuff from Ryan Edwards as he finished the game with 3 innings, including in the fifth inning where he
Three
only
pitches.
threw 3 pitches and 3 outs for Ryan Edwards in the fifth inning. But his final line is 3 1/3, no runs, no hits, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. Before him, though, was Caleb LaCroix. He started 1 2/3 for him, 1 hit, 2 runs to his docket, 3 walks, and 4 strikeouts for him as well. On the offensive side, as I already mentioned, Brody Brandon 3 for 3 through 4 plate appearances, had a walk, but then 2 doubles and a single. All 3 of his base hits had RBI sprinkled out throughout. And then aside from him, Colton Dubern went 2 for 3 tonight, had that solo shot to right field where it really seemed to carry. It seemed like the wind kind of pushed it a little bit. Ethan Stewart went 0 for 2 tonight, which is a bit of a rare one from him, but had the sac fly in the fourth inning. Really good night for Braden Friend. Had an RBI base knock in the fifth, as well as just a lone single in the fourth inning. He was 2 for 2 tonight. A triple for Caleb LaCroix and a triple for Hunter Layton in the fifth inning. They both came around to score a base knock for Hayden Willoughby. But aside from that, Rick Niddle also had a hit, and that rounds out all of the offense for the Vikings tonight. So going from here, 2 wins already this week, looking to make it a third win tomorrow versus New Hanover. We will be live. 12-2 is the final here. Softball, I'm not sure what the final score was there, but they did win, I believe. Also, for soccer, they beat White Oak by a score of 5-0, I believe, in that one. But New Hanover is our next broadcast tomorrow night. Be sure to tune in. That's a big non-conference game. The Vikings took down New Hanover last year in the playoffs off of a grand slam off the bat of Ethan Stewart. We'll see if maybe he can do it again in that one. But with that being said, Vikes win this one over the Vikings by a score of 12-2. I'm Cole Martin. Alongside me was Bubba Dilday tonight. Thank you all for tuning in. With that being said, go Vikes, and God bless.
Oh.